Yeah. We here. Yeah. It's about that time. It is about that time. I'm about to start About to start the stream. Super excited. Y'all just don't know, like. It's that time. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Chef Jase, man. Super honored, super excited to be here. I'm grateful for this opportunity to show you all my workflow. The cool part about all this is, man, this is like my third or fourth time trying to actually stream, and how exciting! How exciting! It's so cool. I'm actually, as you can see, actually trying to monitor myself as well over here. It's gonna work out though. All right, so just bear with me, y'all. Once I get through my workflow, I'll be checking the chat a lot more frequently. So just bear with me, y'all. This is all brand new to me, man. We're gonna make this work though. As you see, I am an MPC kind of guy, right? I do operate my vocals and the mixing and mastering in Studio One Pro. I'm not a Pro Tools baby at all, but I am definitely a Studio One head. Like, so when it comes to tracking vocals and all of that good jazz, I'm on Studio One, shouting. All right. So to create the track, what I typically do, if I'm working with an artist, we spend time before I actually open my system, my DAW. We spend a lot of time, basically just working on what makes the most sense for us. Let me start this over. Hold on. New project. Don't save. Yeah. So we spend a lot of time figuring out what the artist wants, what they're in the mood for, what space in the mind are they in. I like to figure out what's their current state of mind, basically. And I would not be doing the hand gesturing. All right. So when I meet with an artist or I work with an artist, it's all about what do they want. At the end of the day, I'm a servant of the people. So working with an artist and figuring out exactly what they want, what they need, what kind of emotions they're trying to trigger, what kind of story they want to convey, what's the concept. We go through all that. Sometimes not even directly through conversation. We just, shoot the crap randomly and it'll come out, I heard a story from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis about how they got with Janet Jackson back in the 80s on her Control album. Initially, it was a throwaway project, so like the record label they wanted Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to work with somebody else, but it didn't happen. So they asked who else was on the roster, and they said, well, we have Janet Jackson, she's working on a new album, and they flew out to work with her, right? And the entire time while they were getting to know her, they were doing random things like going to the movies, going to the club, just kind of getting that chemistry together, right? And over time, days, I suppose, Janet Jackson was like, yo, when we go work on the album? And the entire time, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were like, yo, we already working. So through the conversation they were having, through experiences, like she was getting hit on at the club by some random dude she considered to be a creep, or a couple of guys. They were being nasty, talking to her crazy, whatever. Saying things to her that made her uncomfortable because she was, came from a very sheltered, very controlled environment with her family and stuff, right? But when she got on her own and started working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, at that time when she was at the club, these guys are kind of like hitting on her in a way where she wasn't really used to not having that protection, because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they were watching that whole thing, happen, or the whole thing occur. And she didn't feel protected in the moment, but Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis let her experience that for a moment so she can kind of have more to write about, to talk about, in this album. So when she came back to them, she was like, yo, do y'all see those guys, man? They were really nasty to me. Oh my gosh, they were disgusting. They said some vile things, whatever. And that's when Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis came up with the idea for, what song was it? I told that whole story and I couldn't even remember that song. Let me pull it up right fast. I'm not gonna play it, but let me pull up the Control album. Let's see, Control and Janet. Let's see. I believe the let me see. Was it Nasty? Nasty Boy. Yeah, that's the one. I think. I mean, that makes the most sense right now for the story, right? So yeah, it had to be Nasty. Um, they were talking to her crazy, whatever, you know. So anyway, I said all that to say, having chemistry, building chemistry with your artist is more than just sending them beats. Now, for me, I prefer to, work from scratch, start from scratch, make it shake, do something. Hold on, I don't know what oh, okay, let me see what's going on. My little controls are going crazy. I prefer to work from scratch and um, build something with the artist organically. I don't like to give them pre-cooked food. That's my thing. Now, as a chef, I am very much into the fresh market stuff, like the produce, the fresh cut meat, fresh cut seafood, whatever. It's freshly squeezed juice. I'm all about that, right? So I'm all about not only giving them fresh items, but also having my workflow in order. So when you look at my workflow, you'll see here that, yeah, I'm on that. You'll see here that I'm definitely looking at my entire workflow here. I have my cue links right here, have my pads, my samples. I also have my browser right here. So anytime I want to go through my favorite songs or my favorite samples, I go through here, right? I got everything set up the way I want to. Every project is defaulted at 88 ppm. Usually starts off with 8 bars, but I do adjust as I go, right? Sometimes the vibe may take me elsewhere. But like I said, I like to have everything in place, which in the chef world we call mise en place. Everything has its place, everything in place. Mise en place, right? So I take what I do in that industry and I bring it to this right here, my DAW, my digital audio workstation. All right, so tonight I'm working on a project for somebody in particular. The artist, she is very much aware that I'm working on a project for her. Will it make her project? I'm assuming it will. I'm actually going for that, right? She's trying to redefine her sound, become more synchronized with her audience and her market. She's kind of like all over the place right now, trying to figure out who she's actually singing towards, like who is her music resonating with. But she hasn't quite found that in a while, if not ever. So it's my duty to create what sounds good for her and also produce the session. So as a producer, there's a difference between a beat maker. There's a difference between being a beat maker and being an actual producer. So beat makers, and to this day, it's considered a derogatory term. I wouldn't say it's a negative thing to be a beat maker. It's awesome. I'm a beat maker at times, but I prefer the word or the title composer because you're still making the actual track. But beat makers typically make beats and send out beat packs or beat folders to artists. Sometimes in tandem, you may give the same beat to like 10 different artists, right? And whoever bites first gets it. Whoever makes a purchase or has an agreement set in stone with it gets it first. I typically do that whenever I'm like by myself, just making random music or I feel inspired to write for somebody, right? Or produce for somebody or make a beat. But usually whenever I make a song, I'm typically working on not only the beat, but I'm putting together the actual hook. I'm putting together the concept, I'm putting together just the energy of the song. So I'm putting this pitch together, right? You not only get the beat from me, you get the actual concept. I might even give you a reference track with my vocals on it. So I might give you, may not be real words, but if I hear something that's, popping, I might get on the mic and be like, giving like some kind of cadence, right? To the actual beat to give them the idea of the flow that I had in mind. And that might help them to be more inspired about the song that I send them. So just know that sometimes artists, they prefer that. Now, some artists want you to give them a blank canvas. Don't give them no kind of concept. Just give me the beat. I'll figure it out. I'll let the inspiration, push me wherever it needs to go. But with this particular artist, I've been instructed by her team to, excuse me, I'm trying to get this chapstick thing rolling. And of course, he wants to cut up while I'm on live. Okay. Um, I'm chat, you know. But yeah. So this particular artist, her team informed me that she does want a little bit of direction, but don't give her the entire direction. Like she's still a songwriter, she's still an artist at the end of the day. So give her that freedom to kind of like think for herself and make things shake. Right. I'm with that 100%. So yeah, man, we in here working on that song for her. It's still a blank slate. Now I'm also a musician, so I can play. As you can see right here, my trombone is hanging up on the wall. I do play trombone, pretty much any brass instrument from trumpet, trombone, baritone, sousaphone, anything. I can rock with it. I've never played a French horn, but I'm pretty sure I can play a French horn. If I can play a trumpet and baritone, I can probably play a French horn. But yeah, my specialty is the brass instrumentation, but also I'm learning how to play drums pretty well. So I've been playing drums for a few months now, since the top of the year. I've been synchronized with drums my entire life, so it's really kind of intuitive. But learning the technical aspects of playing drums is my thing right now. Also, I play piano to an extent, so I'm decent with the keys. I used to tell people all the time, "Oh yeah, I got perfect pitch. I got perfect pitch," which I learned was a lie. So let me clear that up right now. I don't have perfect pitch because I can't do like that kid Miles does. You ever seen that kid on Instagram or TikTok? Young kid named Miles. He's amazing. You can play a chord, and he was like, "Oh, D flat, major seventh chord." I'm like, what? Like, or um, I don't know, C sharp, diminished fifth. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff, right? But that's how that kid is, and that's perfect pitch. When you can hear something and name what key it's in, or name the note, name the chord, or whatever. That's not me. So when I started saying, "Oh, I have perfect pitch," I used to get tested. People like, "Oh, okay, well, if you can, go ahead and keep the song in F sharp, or can you put it in whatever?" And I'm sitting here like, what key is it in right now? So I had to learn to stop saying that. I don't have perfect pitch. I was not blessed with that gift. However, I will find out what key it's in, and I will make sure the song is in the key that they want it in. I've been instructed to have free range with the key today, but they don't want it to be like in B flat. They said they don't want it in B flat. They don't want it in, I think, B flat, which is A sharp. And shoot, what is it? B flat. B flat and something else. Dang. They don't want it in B flat, and they don't want it in the key of G. Okay, that's what it is. I look at my keyboard like, wait a minute. B flat and G. So they don't mind any other key, but apparently G is a little too pitchy. And also B flat is a little too mellow, dramatic, I suppose. So with all that being said, I'm going to work around that. Even if I find like some original pieces to put in here, I'm going to do that, So today, as a producer, as a beat maker, per se, a composer, I'm not sure yet where I'm going to go, whether I'm going to play original pieces or if I'm going to sample. Because I am streaming on YouTube, I don't want to I'm not even close to being monetized right now, but I don't want to be stricken with like any copyright infringement or whatever. So I'm going to try to stray away from using like popular samples. I'm more than likely going to try to find my rare joints, or I'm going to use something from Splice if I feel inspired, or I'll just play it from scratch. I can play the keys a little bit. I can also play bass notes and all that stuff, right? So I want to make sure that whatever I do is going to be cohesive for the entire movement. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to get started right now. So with me, I typically start with melody, right? So first of all, where am I at right now mentally? It doesn't really matter right now because I'm trying to be cohesive with the artist. The artist is probably, in the mood for something that's going to like shock the world. The representatives from that artist did tell me, they said, "Hey, listen, think of it as the intro track to their album. So whether it be an EP or an actual LP, think about the strength of it being like an intro track, or at least within the first three tracks in sequencing. So whatever I'm making now has to come hard, right? This artist in particular, they have a list of songs that they've been inspired by. in the last year and a half, 2 years. And one song in particular was "Acknowledge Me" by Doja Cat. They were like also inspired heavily by Doechii and by SZA. So that is the realm I'll be in today. I'm not sure if it'd be more boom bap or if it'll be more. I'm not really into that old school New York boom bap like that, so don't expect that. But I'm looking at possibly sampling some things and like getting to my inner DJ Camper mode. You know what I'm saying? So if you know about DJ Camper, you know, for real. But I feel like lately I've been rocking with like a lot of Anderson .Paak. I've been streaming a lot of Terrace Martin, a crap ton of like DJ Camper songs. I've been like really on my Bruno Mars. I've been listening to a lot of Jasmine Sullivan. I've been kicking it with like a lot of R&B. Nothing too moody, but everything like in its place. So I've been listening to a lot of just like live instrumentation, that kind of thing. But also, man, I'm also willing and able to go elsewhere with it too, right? So enough of me talking. Let's get to work. Now, as I work, I'm going to try to explain things as I go. If I don't, just forgive me. You are literally a fly on the wall. And if a fly was on the wall, I'll try to kill it. For real, for real. But because you are a fly on the wall, I'm just going to like do my thing, pretend you're not even there. So at times I will glance at the chat if people show up. If not, it's cool. This will be archived. One day it'll hit millions of views because people are going to want to see, oh, this is where he started his content process. All right. So with that being said, man, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and get the flow started. So I do have a hard drive. Well, it's 2 terabytes that I have an external hard drive connected to my desktop. I do prefer to work in Windows when it comes to my music. I do have an MPC, by the way. I have an MPC 1 Plus that I usually put on my stand here. But I packed it away today because I'm working in a box. I want to share my screen. I can't share my MPC screen, which is my hardware device. So it's back there in storage behind me. But I prefer to show you all the process. So I'm working with my MIDI controller here, which is my Akai MPK61 key. It's a 2009, 2010, whatever the first one came out. This is the first one that I got, and I got it for cheap. I got it like a year or so, a couple years ago. But this is the one I've been using. I've been making a lot of my stuff with. I've been working with artists. Excuse me. I've been working with a lot of artists with this particular MIDI device, so I will take it with me. It's kind of heavy, but it works for me. It has 16 pads. It has 61 keys. It has 8 faders, 8 knobs, and it's it's programmable. I got like 4 pad banks, so I'm really rocking with this thing because it ain't failed me yet. I've been making a lot of my music on this. I use my MPC 1 Plus whenever I'm like being super mobile and making stuff on the fly. But overall, nah, I'm here with it. So yeah, I also have whenever I'm being super mobile as well, I have my MPK Mini Mark III. This is the latest version of it. It's the all black joint. I'm all black everything typically. And then I'm working, like I said, in my Windows computer. I prefer Windows over my Mac because for some reason I can't explain why. I don't know if it's the operating system or if it's whatever. I don't know nothing about that stuff, right? But I do know that it hits a lot harder. My drums snap a lot harder in the Windows joint. I don't understand why versus the Mac. Hey, maybe it's the settings. I don't know, but I'm just a messenger. This is what I do. So anytime I travel, if I'm working in my DAW, I'm using my Windows computer or my desktop. This is my floor model desktop joint. All right. Like I said, y'all, so I'm working in my Mac. I'm working in my Windows right now. The MPC, this is the MPC 3 beta build, as you see right here. Typically, I work with the MPC 2 right here. But yeah, MPC 3 is in beta mode, but it lets me work with my VSTs and VST 3. So for those who know, you know. If you don't, just allow me to nerd out a little bit, all right? But yeah, so like I said before, first thing I do, I go to my melodies. So I try to find some inspiration. I have an idea of what I want to do. I kind of want to slam it and do some crazy stuff, man, and kind of like push the boundaries. I don't want to be typical, like to get a sample and throw some 808s on it. I'm not doing that. I am going to find some sounds or create some sounds, whatever, and I'm going to freak it. Like I really have an idea concrete in my mind, and I think it'll be good for her. Now, is she gonna sing on it? I don't know. Is she gonna rap? Kind of hope so. She's a singer, but she's an amazing writer. Can't disclose her name, unfortunately, but life. So I have a couple of folders when you open my hard drive up. This one obviously is Studio One program files. This one is called the mill. This one's called the sauce. The mill typically consists of don't mind these folders. If I need my samples, they're usually in here. So you didn't see that. Hold on. So a lot of my samples in here are typically just stuff I got from TrackLib, which is another service I use as well for free and not free, but legal samples. So I can take these samples, make the song, and then I can clear it properly without having to go through my attorney to actually get the clearance from the publishing company of the song I used, whatever. That's a headache, but I prefer to use TrackLib whenever I'm doing sampling because it's easier just to clear, But there are times I go on YouTube and just pull a song. Like, you know what? If it work, it work. If they try to say take down, that's fine. But if they don't try to do a takedown on it, obviously I won't do the paperwork right. That's the first thing I do. But I just go off the vibe, go off the feeling. I did find some songs earlier to prepare for today's session, but don't remember the name of them. So I should have wrote them down, right? Should have written them down. So yeah, I typically find a sample, and we're gonna audition a few songs. So hopefully I won't get stricken from YouTube. I'm just trying to monitor and make sure I'm not about to get flagged, but there are some sounds here that I can rock with. But I just don't know if it's gonna flag it or not. We'll figure it out though, right? So this is what I do first. I audition the songs and sounds, and if I like it, you'll see what I do. Where'd it go? What's the one I found earlier? What's this one? That's not it. Like I said, keep in mind, I'm trying to create. I'm looking to create an intro, right? Or something within the first 2 or 3 tracks that can transition for the intro. Yeah, hold on. Don't get it twisted. I like that. It's too slow for me. I can always speed it up and chop it. But that ain't the one for me right now. I'm looking for something in particular. It caught my attention earlier. I just don't remember what I freaking named it. Hold on. That don't ring a bell either. This one might be it.
Medium.
I think it's the one. like that. I don't think that's the one, but I might come back to that one. There's a lot I can do with that. That bass line is funky, man. This ain't it either, but it's fly. One, two, three, go. 1, 2. That was hard. I can hear something on that. That's hard. I ain't gonna hold you. I knew it. That's hard. Too simple. Too easy. I like that. I am curious about that. Let me see Junior Walker and the All Stars. I don't like the way it's so low, but I can always crank it up a little bit. Let me see if I can crank that joint. You know what? I don't think that's the one. I don't think that's the one. But I like that. I have a couple of ideas with that one. I'm not sure though. But we'll come right back to Junior Walker. Why I download this? That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. I think it's the one right here.
I don't love like a poet. I don't kiss like a king. But the love I have for you, my dear, is a love like no one has ever seen. 'Cause it's sightless, 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 sightless.
Sounds so good, but if you listen to it, it's panned. Like you got the horns on the right side of the speaker or the headphone, and you have everything else on the left side. Listen to it again. It's kind of split, but even the organ is to the right, and then you got a lot of percussion kind of like on both sides, but it's like I could tell when they recorded it, They did some heavy panning with the microphone. So one mic was probably on the right or whatever they had it at, and the other one was like panned to the left. But it's heavy panning, like it's like all the way panning. It's not like even there's no bleed over to the other. So, which is cool. It's very unique sound. I remember when I was in high school, even like middle school, had a little Walkman CD players with little headphones and everything. And then when that one side of the headphone starts going out, you gotta wrap it around and like try to bend the cord a little bit at the tip to like get the other speaker to work. But yeah, anyway. So, like I said before, if I don't find nothing through sampling right now, then what I'm gonna do, I'm just go ahead and just make something from scratch or use some songs from like Splice, whatever. Let me see. Wait. This one started off really, really slow. Yeah. Maybe the slow one's gonna have to be a banger though. Yeah, time is of the essence.
Drop. Now drop that thing. Get on the floor if you got that groove. Get on the floor if you got that groove. Get on the floor if you got that.
That's crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. These jokes starting slow. This one's panned to the right and the left as well. So if I'm in the studio with an artist, sometimes we do sit back and just listen to records. It ain't gotta be nothing we're gonna sample. Just like get a vibe for each other and understand like, okay, this is the kind of energy I'm on right now. You know, and we compare and contrast, and then we try to meet somewhere in the middle. Or actually, let me take it back. I try to meet them all the way where they are. So, get that in.
Love is just a matter of degrees, changing like the weather day to day. Sometimes there is far too little sun. Other times there's not enough rain. As I sit here wondering what to do, looking at a sky that's dark and gray, wondering if love will leave me cold, bringing only pain. Once or twice I had a love and it didn't work out. Maybe it is right to hold a little bit back. Tell me how much is too much. Should I give you all the love inside my heart? And I wanna know how much is too much.
All right, I've been challenged. Now I must do it. This one is in D flat minor. Dang, didn't she say she didn't want it in D flat? No, that was B flat. I'm tripping. All right, so this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Peep game. You feel me? You feel it, deal me, breathe. Let me see what we got here. Hold on. All right, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back. We're gonna go way back. I'm gonna freak this sample, man. We're gonna make it shake. You feel me? It's coming like crazy. That is by Skipworth. I'm about to sneeze. Give me. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, yeah. All right. Skipworth and Turner. How much is too much, master? That's 136 BPM divided by 2. Okay. Okay. I know. That's where we at. Okay. How much is too much? All right. So, this is the only thing about Serato I don't care for. Oh, shoot. Never mind. I'm tripping. You know what? That's on me. That's on me. D flat minor is C sharp minor, right? Yeah, it is C sharp. So D flat on the keyboard, right here. That's D flat. But it's also C sharp. So I'm about to say, sometimes like Serato Sample, it'll like tell you a key that's completely off. It's not the right key, right? Their algorithm hasn't been all that great to me. So the song is typical. I'm sorry, hold on, let me get back here. The song is technically 68 BPM. All right, technically, but it is double timed in this because that's just how the algorithm worked for it, right? If I actually put it at 68 BPM, this is how slow it'll sound. It sounds crazy. It's already slow. Now, why would I half it? So to get it back to where it was.
Love is just a matter of.
And also like changing the key. Now, when I sample, it ain't gonna be like the same thing. It ain't gonna stay in C sharp major. I mean C sharp minor or D flat minor. It won't stay in that key. Typically with male vocals, I like to pitch up. So let's just hear how it sounds like 3 up. So now we're in E minor, right? Now she did say no B flat and no G. So I won't be in G. I won't be in B flat. So if I was up in here, right, G minor or even B flat minor, I'd be wrong. This is B flat minor, by the way. Way too pitchy anyway. So I'm gonna keep it probably like an E minor and see what we got. I want to hear how it sounds from here. Now, also the cool thing about Serato Sample, for those who don't know, you can't isolate the vocals, the musical arrangement like the pianos, all the other stuff, guitars. This is the bass, and this is the drum pack. So the drum stem, that's the word I'm looking for. Boom. Let me, yeah. It slipped my mind. So you can isolate the vocals. As you see right here, it changes, and when you play it, it won't have the vocals. Even the drums, take that out. Or you want to take the instrumentation out, and put the vocals back in.
Other times there's not enough rain. Wondering what to do, looking at a sky that's dark and gray, wondering if love will.
So all I want from this song, from what I've heard so far, is probably just like I don't know if it's the bridge or the chorus yet. I gotta listen.
Leave me cold, bringing only pain. Once or twice I had a love and it didn't work out.
Okay. I already know I'm going with this, alright? This will be more than likely. I don't think I like all that. I don't wanna. I'm gonna save that first one.
Once or twice I had a love and it didn't work out. Maybe it is right to hold a little bit back. Tell me how. Tell me how. Tell me how.
I know I want to use this one. No.
Tell me how much.
So I'm pretty precise when it comes to this stuff right here, right? So
Tell me how much is too much. Should tell me how.
all right, and also it's too slow, right? I know me. I like to keep things bouncing. And if you're talking about an intro track, you don't want to bore them from the gate, right? You want to bring it up a little bit, right? So we went from 68 to okay.
Tell me how much is too much.
So half of 156 is 78. So I can bring it up there, or I can bring it up. Let me see.
Tell me how much is too much. Tell me how much. Tell me how much is too much. Tell me how. Tell me how.
Am I hitting that right? Pause.
Tell me how much
That wasn't a pause moment.
is too
Let me
much.
grow up.
Tell me how much is too much. Tell me how much is too much. Should I give you all the love inside my heart? And I wanna know how much. Tell me
Okay, I know
how
what
much is too much. Should I give you all the love inside my heart? And I wanna know all the love inside my heart. And I wanna know, and I wanna know, and I wanna know, and I wanna know, and I wanna and I wanna and I wanna know, and I wanna know, and I wanna know. Tell me how, tell me how, tell and I and I tell me how, tell me how much, and I wanna know how, and I wanna know how much, how much, how much,
Sometimes when you're trying to like chop the samples up, and you just want vocals. Sometimes you gotta use the drum just to make sure it's on line, make sure it's on point. Because sometimes you might underestimate the chop. Yeah, I mean, if you get it, you get it.
tell me how much, how, and I wanna know how much, and I wanna know how, and I wanna know how much. and I wanna know how much.
All right, so I'm pretty cool with these chops right here, but I'm gonna freak them a little bit more. All right, then I could be just
Once or twice I had a
sometimes I like to throw a little filter on it, which is my signature. I'd be doing that. But we're going to leave it here for right now and come right back to this. I'm going to label this as vocal sample chops. And then I'm going to open a new one. Because me, I'm not satisfied. I need some music behind it. Now, I do know, let me go ahead and save this right away. Let me go ahead and save this entire session because let me create a new folder. What are we doing now? This is the live stream cookups. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? And we're gonna name this one how much is too much. Yeah, that's too long of a title. And it's gonna be an E minor. Tentatively 88 BPM. It could change, and then I always make sure I date it. So I do the title, key, BPM, and then the date. So typically, whenever I send these off to like engineering, so anybody's gonna mix it, master, whatever, even like this for an artist who needs to get the vocals right, whoever their vocal engineer is or engineer in general, they need to know what BPM is. So if BPM is not listed, it's hard to find. Not really hard. You can always like detect the BPM. You can also detect the tempo in BPM, which is the same thing. In like Pro Tools or even like for me Studio One, you can right click the actual track and then click detect tempo, and it'll detect usually accurately. And then sometimes even like knowing the key, because if people want to use autotune or any kind of like tune stabilizer, they need to know what key the song is in already, right? To make sure that you're not conflicting. Like let's say you have a song in E flat or E minor or whatever, and then you tune your autotune settings to like, I don't know, A sharp, or which is B flat, or like a G sharp or something like that, right? Which is A flat. And now your vocals are conflicting with the actual backing track, which is kind of off, right? Anyway, I feel like I'm talking too much. I really just want to cook up because it's already been over 50 minutes of me doing this, man. I'm going to have to rock with it because I really don't like narrating. I like to actually work. Let me go ahead and get to it, though. So just don't mind me. I'm about to go through my sauce and get my jam. By the way, I got a special folder under my sauce. You already have I have some loops already pre-made, some one-shot sounds, which are really cool, melodies and samples, miscellaneous stuff, my MIDI, whatever. I'd never used any of these actually, y'all. I got my stuff right here, Jase's faves. So these are my 808s, drum loops, FX, hats or hi-hats, whatever, cymbals, all that stuff, kicks, melodies, percussion, snare, clap, snaps. Some stuff from Splice, not too much. And then my boy Johan Hunter, this is his stuff. Like I actually purchased from his website, like some live drum sounds. So, I mean, these are cool. But yeah, I like to use my own stuff for sure. Technically not my own. These are sounds that I've collected over the years that I typically my go-to sounds. In particular, today, let's see what we got here, because I want to cook. And what key are these in? Usually they have a key with it, so it'll show you, oh, look at that. E minor. This is not, listen, you're going to be like, oh yeah, nah, this dude doing too much. I did not this is not pre-notion. This is an E flat. I'm sorry, I keep saying flat. This is E minor. And here we go. We found something in E minor already. It matches the vocal, right? Will it match? We'll see. Just because the just because the key is in E minor doesn't mean it's gonna match the vibe or match the energy. And typically, I like to change the key anyway. I don't like to use what they give me, because sometimes people be using like all the stuff from Splice already, and they put it in exactly how they downloaded it, right? And then all you do, you hit the what I like to do when I find things I like on Splice. I like to take my phone and I like to take my phone and then hit that Shazam, because I know somebody didn't use this thing raw, right? They ain't flip it, they ain't trick it, they ain't do nothing with it. It is truly exactly how they downloaded it. And nothing wrong with doing that sometimes, but makes it difficult for people like me who just like it and you want to mess up the flow. Another E minor. That ain't it. All right, let's just find something kind of slick. Oh, I got drums in here. I like. Ooh, I like this. See, but I hate to use it straight up as E minor. I wonder if I can modulate. Let me let's try some. I want to hear how it sounds. Let's go to what's that? OSS. I want to try something out right quick. That was a horn. I want to try and hear how it sounds when I do it this way, because I really want to rock with it. I really want to do it. So it's already in E minor. It shows you right here. I want to take it down. Let me transpose. There you go. How does it sound now? Okay, I can. Now I can always filter it a little bit. I like that. And also, I can always key shift it back up on another pad, right? So I can do it. Let me poly this one out. So here, both of them. This is the original one. And this is the one that I just changed to its original key, right? I want to see if I can do it another time. How it sound? Oh, that might be the one. So I got it on poly mode instead of mono. Poly means I can play two at one time. So let's hear how it sounds together. Sounds good. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I think we're gonna rock with that, right? We're gonna label this one horn sample. So, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? Let me oh, by the way, save, baby, save. Go back to the vocal.
Once or twice I had a love and it didn't work out. Maybe it is right to hold a little bit back. Tell me how much is too much, and how much is too much, and I wanna. Once or twice I had a love and it didn't work out.
All right, let's try something.
Once or twice I had a love and it didn't.
So first of all,
Once or twice I had a love and it didn't work out. Maybe it is right to hold a little bit back. Tell me how much, tell me how,
let me
tell me, tell me how much, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, and I want, and I wanna know how much.
okay. Now the horn part. Yes and no. I might cut that jam. We'll see. Let me do another plug-in and do another jam because I might relinquish that one of his duties for real. Because I think I'm coming with some hard drums and really kill it. I think I'm gonna really kill it. I'm looking for the vocals. I know I downloaded the vocals to go with that thing. So where's the OS? That's on the bottom, of course. Interesting. What we on here? Have get you up to 80, baby. Oops, sorry. So let's try that over. I messed that one up all the way. All right. I think we can rock with this one, right? And we gotta go up 3 because it's supposed to be an E minor. See what I'm saying? So you see right here scrolling by. I think it's gonna say E minor. Yeah, see? But the way Serato found it, they put it in A, which is not accurate. So I know I'm already pitching up 3 times because that's what key I'm in now to make it E minor. Originally, to make it, what's 3? Wait a minute now. Oh shoot, I'm not even changing it. I'm tripping. This is the right key. It's actually it's playing in the right key, but it's listed as the wrong thing. It's technically E minor, but I still want to freak it a little bit and make it so that it's not, make it so that it's not originally the original thing. Yeah. I think it's nice little subtle joint. That's a little creepy. And I think going up 12 is too high. Yeah, that's annoying, low key. But I can also put a filter on the right so I can, or I'll probably leave that right where it's at because I like it low a little bit though. It might be. I might do that and just leave it right where it's at, right? And that would be ooh sample. I'm sorry, ooh vocal choir. Oh, dang, backwards. Choir vocal. I know this is the part of the production where it gets a little tedious, right? You're trying to figure out what's gonna match, what's gonna mix, and what's gonna match. Just bear with me, you feel me? It gets fun, believe that. And watch, it comes together, y'all. It does, it comes together. See, this is an E minor as well, but it's listed as A minor. We're gonna leave it right here though. All right, and 176.
My baby,
Yeah, I think I wanna.
my baby. She loves, she loves, she loves, she loves, she loves me. My baby. She loves, she loves, she loves me. My baby.
Now pitching it down is gonna be creepy. I already know. See? Pitching it up is gonna be little. So this was the time I would actually use a filter to rock and roll on it a little bit. 243. Okay. 243 hertz. So let me put that release up a little bit. 377. That's cool. Oh no, that's not. All right, so we got this popping. This is the let me put my baby sample, my baby vocal, and save. I'm still very much lost as to what I'm going to do. So normally I find something like and I throw it in the intro. I'll go ahead and do the intro part. And at this point, it's really just me finding my flow. If you don't mind, give me 1 second. Give me just a second, all right? We're gonna put this on pause for 1 quick second. heard something in the room, but everybody's fine, right? All right, I'm about to speed this up, y'all, because it's getting late. It's getting real late, baby. So, I am wildly uninspired by this song so far. I really am. I see the vision, like I have an idea, but I want to kill it, but I just got to find the right melody to go with it, right? So, or play my own. Matter of fact, let me find me a fire. Let me find me a fire joint. So I do use, I got quite a few plugins, my VSTs, 3s, whatever. For my piano, I typically use Essential Keyboards, but I'm going to probably use Addictive Keys today. I want something that's going to slap. So, loading Addictive Keys. For those who don't know, let me see. I don't think I want a studio. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, man. That's all I got. I got the plain Jane. Let me see. Hold on. All right. It's much easier to do this when you know the direction you're going in, but I'm gonna work with it because I'm a professional. You feel me? So looking for not E flat, E minor. Looking for an E minor chord. Hold on. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I like that. Let me see. Get my fingering right. What's going on over here? Whoops, did I touch on? So that's E flat, A flat, B, E flat. I'm sorry. E, A flat, B, E flat. So that'll be what's the E minor scale? E minor scale. Like I said, I don't have perfect pitch, and I'm not gonna even play like I do. Got you. So it went from so. F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Oh, okay. So, whoops, that's wrong. Feels right. So, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or is it A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, I'm confusing myself. Okay, Jason. I think we had a starting point. I like the way it sounds. I mean, it sounds good, but it's like. All right. Lock in, Jase. You BSing right now, bro. And then sometimes, man, I literally walk away with nothing. But it's the practice of like getting your reps in, right? It's truly that. Why does it keep on maximizing these freaking bars? What's going on? And sometimes, man, you walk away with nothing. And one thing I don't do, I don't believe in forcing the process, man. But I'm gonna try to do something today for sure. I got an idea. I just gotta take it from here and put it right there. Because the artists I'm working with, they're very complicated. Like, they're not a complicated person, but their discography is complicated, right? It's all over the place. So it's like their audience grew. Now they're young too, but their audience was growing with them at one point. And then when they stopped making consistent music, they try to resume and get back to where they were, but their audience was still going this way. They were on a trajectory to go together, right? But when the artist stopped, they started going this way. The audience, their market, started going this way. Instead of going with them when they're growing and maturing, the artist just stayed here and didn't do music for a while, and kept going and kept going and kept going. The artist stayed right here. Now all of a sudden they're back in the fold. They're trying to find and fill this void that was once occupied by this, but now it's like this, and they're like, where am I going? And they're running in circles, right? So I've been tasked to create something for them. And I honestly am stuck. So whenever I get to that mode where I'm stuck and I'm not really sure about where to go for somebody in particular, I start to create for myself then. At that moment, that's when I create something for myself. Because when I'm trying to make for others, it can become complicated. And I'm like, dang, here I am trying to make it so that I can appease their needs. But at the end of the day, if I just create what's from my heart, it won't be complicated. It won't be this. It won't be me like taking 87 minutes to lay a pattern down. That never happens unless I'm actually like stumped. So here we are. And I don't mind documenting this and showing this through my documentation, because this is part of the process, man. It's the truth. Like, even your top producers and musicians and writers and singers and rappers, they can come to the studio and be there all day long and not leave with a note, not leave with anything. And it happens. I'm okay with, showing these losses or these moments where you're like, maybe tonight really ain't it. You got some people you can watch like YouTube interviews, or you might see on TikTok or whatever. They be like, oh no, I power through it. I just keep going. I keep creating. I keep doing whatever. And it sounds like crap because they forced it. Now it might to them sound amazing or sound like crap. And to somebody else, it might be treasure. It might be something they really want. But when you kind of force stuff, you get songs like what you hear now, which is the same old, same old. Sometimes powering through, you do actually come out with something dope. But I'm not gonna lie, right now, yeah, that might not be the case, man. I might just be sitting here talking to y'all for a moment. And as I'm doing that, to be productive, I don't mind showing you, and I've already saved this entire session, right? I might come back tomorrow. I might come back tomorrow and be like, oh shoot, I think I can do this differently now. And I might sleep on it and like really come back with something different. Then I'll share it. I don't mind sharing it, right? But I don't mind going to like old sessions that I didn't finish and saying, all right, well, let's see what we got here. Like this one right here. The other day, one of my best friends passed away. Actually, my best friend passed away. Lifelong friend. And I was feeling some kind of way. So I decided to like try something, right? When I made it, it might have been okay. It might sound dumb now, but we're going to find out, right? That's part of the process, man, is really just trying things. I don't know how it sounds for real, but we're going to figure the thing out. We're going, what do I have? Oh, the drums are muted. These drums are muted. Ooh, that was rude. My apologies. That was crazy. Okay. I remember this track. It is trash. Yeah, nah. We ain't gonna play that. You ain't about to discredit me, bruh. That ain't happening. They chose The Water in B minor. What did I do? Oh, I used a Reason plugin, apparently. Okay, yeah, we're not doing this one either, because that was probably practice for sure. Soul Food, nah, we ain't doing that. Medium rare. Nigga, what is medium rare? I'll tell you what. Let me find an old session that I ain't finished or, really touch like that. Last night. was last night? Oh, I'm nervous. That was around Memorial Day. I'm nervous because I wasn't even in town. Oh, I'm wild nervous now. What the heck is last night? Oh, shoot. Not me dropping my chapstick. It won't. Oh, there we go. Now I don't feel like Tyrone Biggums. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that was Tyrone Biggums, Chappelle Show. No, okay. Oh, nah. I know this is going to sound like crap. Yeah, we're not doing that. Nope. I won't be clown today. I have a lot of misses in here, like legitimate fails. I'm not about to sit here and do that. Late check-in. I remember that one. That was for a podcast, but it's not podcast worthy. Still waters. Man, still waters. What the heck? I don't remember. Did I sample Still Waters? Still waters run deep. I wonder, did I sample that? Yeah, let's see. How many tracks do I? Oh, it's just that sample. Okay, let's see where this is going, because I don't remember this one. Okay, that's supposed to be the intro. I like that. Oh, that's the hook. What's the verse? Yo, what was you on, brother? For the record, a 32 bar verse is crazy. If you're rapping, you're rapping. That's some old intro. And let's see how it goes into the hook. 32 bars is crazy. And then goes back to the verse. I'm not mad at that. I'm low key. I see the vision, right? If I can, let me take a second. If I can find, I'm not gonna sing no R. Kelly. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't even listen to R. Kelly, so I don't even know why I was gonna sing that song. I apologize, y'all. That was inappropriate for real, for real. If I could find a drum pattern that really resonates with where I'm headed in that. See, that's one of them songs that I did on. Yeah, that was July 15th at 12:48. Excuse me, y'all. My body's just digesting all openly. I apologize. That's rude. Yeah, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. Hold on. You don't win every night, right? But we're going to try to make a win out of whatever happened tonight. Let's try, at the very least, right? No claps, no claps. Now, why is that perking this? I just want to hear how it's going to sound. I'm not saying it's going to work, but I think I'm going to try this just to see how it sounds. Let's go. Now, why is it doing that? This is why I don't like the beta mode, because sometimes it'll do weird stuff like shake. That was super weird, right? And even like this, how to get the, I don't understand. Beta mode is weird sometimes, and I'm not a fan, but we're gonna work with it, all right? I'm gonna go back to where I was. Let's see. I'm gonna find me a groove. Ooh, boy, I don't like the way that sounded, but we're gonna work with that just to see how I feel, man. Copy, paste. Copy and paste, copy and paste. I wish there was an easy way to do this, but beta mode be tripping, so I can't wait till the official one comes out. That's gonna be fire. All right, let's hear how it sounds all together. Hold on. So one thing about me, if I do a simple drum pattern like that, I like to kind of add a little loop in the background, real subtle, real low. Everything ain't gonna work. And I only add it for texture. I like the way it sounds. I'm gonna for sure freak that one. And you already know. So it shows right here it's at 110 BPM. I'm gonna switch that from 110 to 88 to match what I'm doing right now. And I might pitch it down a little bit. So this is how it sounds now. So to match this. See where that's at? Now why did I do that? That's weird. See what I'm talking about? They be doing weird stuff, man. So we're gonna chop it. That's the first chop. Second chop. Dang, why did I do that for? All right. We're going to slice to a pad, non-destructive, sample the pad. I want to put that. My percussion usually goes on like I usually put my percussion. Dang, y'all can't really see it on these rows right here. These two pieces right here, or like this entire row. Usually percussion. This column rather, this row, and then maybe this column. It depends on how I feel. I'm going to slice this to pad A07. Yeah. And then the second one, I'm slicing to A08. Cool. So when you go out of that, you see right here, A07, A08. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it so that I have to hold down the note for it to actually work. So I got to hold down. See? I got to hold that down for it to actually work. Instead of being a one shot. And same thing for the second one. All right, peace. All right, so what we got here? This other percussion loop. Gotta do the same thing, right? I'm not gonna chop it right now. I'm actually gonna leave that one as it is, minus the time stretch. So that one is currently at, what is it? 92 BPM. We're gonna bring it down 4 to 88 BPM. I think I want to change the pitch of it though. So pitch shift. I want to hear how it sounds like at -2. Bring it down a little bit. Let me undo that. Undo pitch shift, and then let me pitch it down a little bit further. Whoops. -4. Let's hear how that sounds. So. All right, work with me, okay? I got something for that. All right. Why you treat me like animal? Y'all know where that came from? Why you at one bar? That's weird. Why are you being weird to me? Why are you being weird to me? So this one right here in particular, I'm going to put it right here. And also, I'm gonna bring the volume down because you don't want it to be like, you don't want to do too much. You know what I'm saying? So bring this over and why did I act like that? What you doing? Why is it being weird? See what I'm saying? Like it's doing weird stuff, like changing. I don't know, man. I'm low key over this beta version. It ain't treat me right. It's doing all the wrong things when I don't ask to do anything. Super weird behavior, man. Alright, I'm not gonna stress. And then even for like these, bring these down. That one was at 62, so I'm gonna treat these the same way. 62. And honestly, you don't want these right here. You don't want this to peak off of that alone. Because once you add, that's already super loud, right? Let me bring that down. And then that's kind of. Now, what I do want to do with my snare, because I like to have separation. I don't like everything sitting in the middle. I am going to bring it down, but I'm going to pan them. So maybe like 42 or 43 left and then 42 right. So that way it's not sitting in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have space for the vocals to kind of do its thing. So I like to pan. And obviously I'm going to throw some effects on it too to kind of give it that widening stereo sound. Because it's still very flat. Let me boost it up a little bit to like at least 54 for both. Well, 53 if you want to go to 54. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. just a little bit. So what I could do the same thing for these samples, but I'm not. Okay. I'm not gonna pan those right now. If I do down the line, that's fine. But right now, I'm gonna leave them right where they at. And then I'm gonna save because I like to save. I keep on. It's me trying my body trying to burp. I don't know. I don't like it though. But anyway, probably should get a sip of water, but we ain't trying to go to the bathroom right now. Wait a minute. What happened? That didn't sound right at first. Okay, let's try that again. The heck? Why you being weird to me? Treat me like animal. It ain't gotta be perfect, but like I do kind of want it to be a little something. You know what I'm saying? Have some continuity or something, my G. My gosh, this is whack. And of course, I might need to just exit this entire program and come back into this program. Hold on. And then for the second part of the first half, which is technically the second quarter. And then this one. Vision. Do you see what are you picking up what I'm putting down? That's the question. Is you or is you not my baby? I have a vision for this right now that I'm gonna rock with. Like I said, I don't want to go to bed and like wish I could have done more with the night. Will this be for the artist? I don't know. We'll see. I got 48 hours to actually do the song, but I really want to knock it out. That's my flow. That's my stilo. You feel me? How does it sound? Let's hear. Might have something right here, y'all. Might have something right here. Okay. And then let's go back to drums. Let me save this too while I'm at it. We're gonna low key about to wrap this up for sure, for sure. We're going to That's my producer tag. Alright, so now that we got that part, let me just put tag. I think I want to shorten that just a little bit. Okay. After this, we're going to get ready to lay it on down. So it's the intro. Verse, hook, verse. Just for, well, am I going to do... Hate to do another verse. That's 32 bars, man. That's crazy. Something ain't right. Why is it doing that to my tracks? Super weird, man. It's like, I don't know. Super weird, man. And besides, that snare is weak. I need something more. No clap with it. I need something that's gonna to the no. What the heck happened? Man, heck no. What just happened? Being weird to me. Why is it lagging? What's happening? Why is it? The latency is crazy on this. Yeah, the beta mode. I can't wait till the regular one comes out, man. Once the original, the actual official joint come out, I'm gonna be elated, beyond elated, yo, for sure. All right, let's hear the fool in its entirety. practice. I will say this, man. Like I truly, I can appreciate not stopping and not giving up on a record because I didn't get it with the first try. So getting back into it and just finding an old file and just getting back into something old and like really kind of refurbishing it and even not finishing that sometimes, I'm cool because at the end of the day, I didn't stop. I didn't quit. I could have quit the entire stream. I could have stopped it. But I'm grateful that I kept going because, I mean, this isn't like a final product, but it definitely feels a lot better than it sounded when I first put it on here or opened it, you know. I like it. This is how it starts off. It's a long crap verse. That abrupt ending, I'm not a fan of. The verse going into the hook, not a fan of that. I think I'm gonna sleep on this for sure, and then come back tomorrow and tighten that up because I know what I can do with it. Yeah, not a bad start, not a bad baseline. Like an idea space, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with this because I did put down more than an idea tonight on this track, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that joint again. And then tomorrow I'm gonna come back and I'm actually gonna freak it. I know I'm gonna wake up in the morning with a brighter idea of what to do with this. I mean, I know I can do right now, but I want to come in with fresh ears, fresh eyes, and then a fresh mindset as well. I truly believe that can work out. So, you know, I want to thank everybody, man, for retroactively watching this. I really, really appreciate it, man. Yeah, I have no idea the importance of support. And even like being that it is retro support because, you know, it is late. And also I didn't do much promotion of this this live. But I'm going to be doing lives weekly just because I need to get my reps up. I need to get my content up. So whether I have viewers or not, I'm cool. I'm going to still rock and roll because at the end of the day, the same way people are like retroactively watching Dochi's channel and all of her content building up to her stardom, it's going to be the same flow for me. So I'm cool. I just want to make sure that I'm documenting the process and giving you my thoughts, my tips, and my tricks. And you'll be seeing the progress from here, man. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't call today a dub. Like, I wouldn't say it was a loss because it is what it is. I don't, sometimes it hits, sometimes it don't. And that's okay. And I'm extremely comfortable with you seeing it in real time. It'd be a shame for you to see all my wins and not any of my lessons. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate you all rocking with me. I'm going to end the stream. All right, but thank you. Thank you. And while I have this thing right here, I just want to play this because I'm proud of myself, if nothing else. I'm greatly appreciative of you all. Dang, that's all? You ain't gonna play the... Damn, that's a short applause. Okay, well. It's been a pleasure, y'all. Greatly appreciate you all. I'm going to end the stream, and we are out of here. Super out. Super de duper de out. Make sure you hit me up though.